Iran and Russia ink a $40 billion energy MOU, and the EU is reportedly set to ease some Russian bank sanctions. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. The national Iranian oil company and Russian gas producer Gazprom have inked an MOU worth around $40 billion. Iran says Gazprom will help its oil company in the development of the Kish and North Pars gas fields and also 6 oil fields. Gazprom will also be involved in the completion of LNG projects and construction of gas export pipelines. The deal was signed as President Putin arrives in Tehran today for a summit with his Iranian and Turkish counterparts. Meanwhile, Gazprom is blaming cuts in gas deliveries to Europe on force majeure. Several major German customers say they received a letter from Gazprom Export claiming force majeure retroactively for past and current gas supply shortfalls. Force majeure is a legal measure allowing companies to free themselves from contractual obligations in light of circumstances beyond their control. Gazprom has cut flows to Germany via the Nord Stream 1 pipeline by 60% in recent weeks. The EU will reportedly amend its sanctions on Moscow by allowing the unfreezing of some funds of top Russian banks to ease bottlenecks in the food and fertilizer trade. The move comes amid criticism from African leaders about the negative impact of these sanctions on trade, which may have exacerbated shortages. Under the changed regulation, which is expected to be adopted by EU envoys tomorrow, EU nations will be able to unfreeze previously blocked economic resources owned by top Russian banks. The euro jumped more than 1% against the dollar today as traders mull whether the European Central Bank will hike interest rates by more than expected to fight runaway inflation. The euro rallied 1.2% to nearly $1.03 ahead of an ECB meeting scheduled for Thursday. The dollar index dropped 0.9% to 106.47, well back from the high of 109.29 last week, a level not seen since September 2002. Chimp1 Investment has received approval from Egypt's Financial Regulatory Authority for its tender offer to acquire 51 to 90% of investment bank Beltone Financial Holding. A subsidiary of the UAE's Chimera Investments, Chimp1 has offered to buy up to 417.1 million shares in Beltone for 78 cents apiece, or up to a total of $32.7 million. The bid puts the Egyptian financial services company's valuation at $36.4 million. Most Asian stocks fell today after a Wall Street sell-off fueled by fresh recession worries. It comes following a report that Apple plans to ease back on spending due to uncertainty over the economic outlook. The drop across most markets in Asia also came as oil holds its surge, caused by fading expectations that Joe Biden has convinced Saudi Arabia to pump more to ease a supply crisis and temper prices. Hong Kong, Sydney, Seoul, Singapore, Taipei, Wellington, and Bangkok all fell. Let's take a look now at today's Forbes Real-Time Billionaires ranking. It tracks the daily ups and downs of the world's richest people. Our biggest loser today is Alphabet's Larry Page, down $2.2 billion with a net wealth of $94.5 billion. Our second biggest loser today is also from Alphabet. Sergey Brin is down $2.1 billion with net wealth of $90.9 billion. And our third place loser is Warren Buffett, down a mere $891 million, but still with net wealth of $96 billion. Check out our website and our social media for all of the latest billionaires news. Britain broke its all-time temperature record today, provisionally hitting 39.1 degrees Celsius at Charlwood in Surrey, southwest of London. The country's Met Office says the new record, set in the shadow of Gatwick Airport, easily tops the previous national record of 38.7 degrees Celsius registered in 2019. It comes amid a fierce heat wave sweeping northwest Europe. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.